action on the way here in Overland, Missouri. And you're about to see the first participant in this match, former light heavyweight champion, former heavyweight champion, Dingo. And he will be making his way to the ring shortly. This bout that you're about to see is going to be so important in determining the top contenders for the heavyweight championship. Everybody's lining up for a shot at Corey Twist, and all three of these men want to get in that line.
Well, we're looking at two former champions and a former light heavyweight champion in this matchup. There's Dingo. He's held both of them, the heavyweight title 2 times and the light heavyweight title on 1 occasion. His resume speaks for itself.
And the man out of Melbourne, Australia, who as of late has had some tremendous scientific bouts with Corey Twist, but Twist has come out on top in each of those in maintaining that heavyweight championship. Dingo would love to get another shot at it and to try and climb that mountain one more time.
Yeah, Dingo took Corey Twist to the limit at St. Peter's not too long ago in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Very competitive match, went almost 30 minutes. I'm sure Dingo would definitely like another crack at that title.
Absolutely, but so would the two men who will be facing him in this 3-way bout.
And his opponent from Paradise City, USA, Dan Walsh.
And here comes the former light heavyweight champion, the new deal, Dan Walsh, fresh off of a tour overseas in the Middle East. And his proud service in the U.S. military. Believe me, these type of bouts right here aren't as intimidating to him as they would be to some other people.
Oh, definitely. Dan Walsh has been through a lot in his life over the past year or so, and he's returned to the wars of GCW. He won the light heavyweight title from Sean Vincent a couple of months ago. He wants that gold around his waist once again.
Absolutely. Dan Walsh winning that light heavyweight championship earlier from Sean Vincent, an act for which we're all thankful for. Even though he's lost that title, he has accounted very well for himself in those title defenses that he did have.
Definitely. We're looking at two guys out there right now. They've had some history together, Dingo and Dan Walsh. They've been partners, they've been rivals. It'll be very interesting to see how they interact tonight.
They know each other quite well. And it should be a most interesting pair of athletes in this bout. But the third man you're about to see will certainly be an important player in this situation.
Former 3-time heavyweight champion himself.
And the third
here we go.
From the main streets of St. Louis, Chaz Wesson.
The most recent man to hold the GCW Heavyweight Championship, Chaz Wesson. We've said it many times, you don't have to like him, but you do have to respect him. He knows every trick, legal and otherwise, in that ring.
Definitely. There aren't a whole lot of guys who are as dominant in that ring as Chaz Wesson. He can take control of a match anytime he wants to, it seems like. He's got some tough opposition tonight. We'll see how it goes. As I said, we don't know if perhaps Dingo and Dan Walsh are on the same page. Obviously, any alliances in this matchup, there can only be one winner.
Well, when you're jockeying for position amongst those rankings, I don't know that there's any sort of alliances. And we shall see how these three men interact in this bout. 3-way bout underway. Dingo, Dan Walsh, and Chaz Wesson. Bell is gone. We're ready for action.
Another interesting thing to see. Well, look at that. High five between Dingo and Dan Walsh. Maybe they are on the same page, at least in the early going.
Well, that's what it looks like at this point. But again, in any type of situation where there's rankings on the line, those alliances can form and dissolve quickly. All three men eyeing each other down. And all three backing off a little bit. Nobody wants to make that first move that could put him in danger.
Exactly. I'm interested to see what'll go down between Chaz and Dingo. These two have plenty of history. They traded the heavyweight title late last year. Perhaps if Chaz and Dingo are a little too focused on each other, Dan Walsh could sneak in there and take a win.
And not only have they traded that title back and forth, they just plain don't like each other. Walsh starts it out now with a wrist lock on Wesson, as Dingo just kind of buys his time here. That's really a tactic I'd associate more with Wesson, but Wesson fighting off both men right now. And goes back to Dingo.
I talked about Michael Strider being a heavy hitter, but there aren't a whole lot of people in GCW who can slug it out with Chaz Wesson.
There's not a whole lot of people on the planet that can slug it out with Chaz Wesson for that matter. As he connects with the right hand on the New Deal, Dan Walsh. Snap mirrors him over. Oh, what a kick to the spine.
Go.
The World Cup is not till next year, so here we go now. Wesson fires back with another right hand. Oh, what a chop. He can lay the leather like no other, but Dingo with some chops of his own. High heel throw out of the corner by Chaz Wesson.
No question who has the size and power advantage in this matchup.
And it's Wesson with the high ground. He's still in the ring. It's Dingo and Walsh on the floor having to regroup and re-strategize here.
Looks like Dingo's going to be the first back in. Possibly a good strategy to bide your time on the outside. Let the other two go at it, wear each other out, then swoop in and pick up the pieces afterwards.
Chaz Wesson outnumbered here tonight, it would appear. And that's kind of a rare situation for him. We've seen him in the past with that red-headed insurance policy, Cindy, who's not above interfering in a match. She's conspicuous by her absence tonight, so Chaz Wesson may be outnumbered.
As I said, without the gold, perhaps Cindy has lost a little bit of interest.
That's not uncommon for her. We've seen that happen with her over the years. And it's Dingo firing away on Wesson now. And Dan Walsh playing the part of the most muscled-up cheerleader I've ever seen.
And now both of them ganging up on Chaz, a double armbar here.
Both men, what is this here? They've got him on his head. They both have Nelson that head. And now just grinding him head first into that canvas, pump handling those arms.
Get an in-ring workout there with the push-ups.
Well, I don't know that I've ever seen this type of submission hold. Of course, there aren't really that many double-team submission holds out there. Considering in most matches, that would be illegal. Double hip toss. And it's Dingo going for the cover. But Walsh does not want him to take the cover. He wants it himself. Count of one. No, wait a second. And some dissension in the ranks.
As I said, any alliances in this match will be short-lived.
Actually, I believe I said that. Well, anyway.
It was one of us.
Dingo and Walsh now having some words with each other. Whoa! And Wesson just explodes out of the gates. Give him some credit. He's taking on both men here. He's not ducking out of the ring or not hiding from anybody. Whoa, high in the air, presses Dan Walsh. Gorilla press slam. And now he's got Dingo high in the air.
Speaking of mid-match workout.
Stereo press slams in center ring by Chaz Wesson. Covers him, count of 1, 2. And Dan Walsh breaks it up.
Chaz Wesson showing that power. Like I said, he's got the power and size in this matchup. Dingo or Dan Walsh maybe have to take to the air or use some of those mat wrestling skills to go up against Chaz here. That might be their best bet.
Wesson now sets up Walsh in the corner for that vaunted chop. And Dan Walsh is feeling that, believe you me.
Definitely Chaz right now is just looking like he's not sure who he wants to dish out punishment to.
Wesson now just standing on the prone body of Dingo in the corner. And looking like he's turning his attention back to Walsh.
Chaz Wesson just looking to dish out some more punishment.
Oh, that vaunted drop kick, and nobody does it better.
2 feet right to the face. Nothing fancy about that.
And Chaz Wesson, who looked outnumbered a little bit earlier on, he's in good shape here. He's going for that pedigree. That might put away Walsh. Look out, drop kick by Dingo.
Dingo knew that if Chaz hit that pedigree on Dan Walsh, that was going to be it.
Count of 1, 2, and no.
You have to wonder about the strategy. Maybe if he would have allowed Chaz to hit the pedigree, he could have taken advantage after that.
Might have caught him unaware, but he did catch him unaware anyhow. And it's Wesson deposited on the floor. We're down to Dingo and Walsh in the ring.
We'll see how long Chaz stays out there, but right now it's Dingo and Walsh. As I said, two men very familiar with each other.
Dingo controlling that arm. Wrist locks him through, arm drags him, maintains the arm bar.
Tough to say who has the edge of the mat wrestling here. I'd probably give a slight edge to Dingo, but you can never quite tell. Dan Walsh will surprise him.
Walsh connects with a big clothesline, goes for a cover, count of one, and that's it.
It's still very early in this matchup. Hard to tell who's going to have a distinct advantage. Chaz getting back in now.
And he's taking the boots from Dan Walsh.
Looks like we could see a little more double teaming here.
Walsh now right on his throat, and Dingo picks up where Walsh left off. Both of them now just standing on the face of Chaz Wesson.
Chaz Wesson doing his best impression of a welcome mat right now, though not voluntarily.
And the referee got involved in the action. It's Wesson high in the air now. Dingo with a body slam. Off the ropes and drops that elbow right in the sternum. Walsh drops a leg. And now, somersault senton by Walsh. Chaz Wesson in some trouble here. Count up 1, 2, and no, as Dingo breaks it up.
Once again, they were on the same page, but when it comes down to who wins, only one man can get that pinfall or submission.
You almost have to have your opponent incapacitated on the floor in this match before you can even think about going for a pinfall. As Dingo controls the arm of Chaz Wesson. Wesson fires back with a kick to the midsection.
Wesson turned that around in a hurry, now going back to those chops.
And now again that front slam from Wesson. Oh, Mafia kick right to the jaw of Dan Walsh.
Right now, one man standing tall, and that's the old school warrior.
It's Wesson now, controlling Dingo. Has him hooked up underneath. This could be that pedigree. No, he's going for the midsection. Might be going for a pile driver. And instead just catches that knee right on the face. Torquing that neck.
Dan Walsh down and out right now. You can see him in the corner getting back to his feet. Chaz Wesson has control on Dingo right now. Just a matter of whether he can put Dingo or Dan Walsh away, and Walsh back into it.
And again, you've got to have your other opponent incapacitated, it would seem, to get any sort of string of offense going. As Walsh caught Wesson unawares. Sliding drop kick, and that sends Wesson to the floor.
And now Dingo going right after Walsh.
Boot to the midsection. What is this? Powerbomb. That might do it. Count of 1, 2, and no!
Perhaps Dingo and Walsh feel that their best opportunity to win this match is to take Chaz out of it, and perhaps one getting the win over the other.
Probably a smart strategy. Uh-oh, this could be the Dingo driver. He's got that leg hooked. He's got it high in the air, and there it is. The Dingo driver might do it. Wait a second, Wesson's on the top rope. Count of 1, 2, and no. Wesson's still on the top floor. And Dingo can't believe he didn't get the pin.
Walsh gets barely kicked out and caught him.
Flying body press, count of 1, 2, and no.
These guys are going to the heavy artillery now. They're looking to put this one away. Just a matter of who will be able to do it.
And it's Wesson now, who's in the better position. He brings Dingo off the canvas, hooks him up around the waist, gut wrench suplex and a cover. Count of 1, 2, and there's Walsh to make the save.
As you said, they might have to incapacitate one man here in order to get a pin.
Dan Walsh was in a pinning combination, but he escaped it. Dingo now with a martial arts kick to the midsection. Now a DDT.
Dingo's got Chaz down. He may be looking for that moonsault. No, he's picking him up.
And it's Dingo now hooking him up. Now here comes Walsh. Both of them now with Wesson. Double vertical suplex. And now what is this? They're talking over some strategy here. Both of them coming. Wait a second. Both of them off the ropes. And what was that? Who was that tripped him? Was there a trip there?
Looked like that security guy. Wait a minute. Dingo got caught, run to the ring post.
Pedigree in the ring. This security guy's gone bonkers, and Chaz Wesson gets the win.
What just happened?
I think our security's getting. Oh, wait a second. This security guy, whoever.
Winner, Chaz Wesson.
Chaz Wesson gets the win with the assist of our head of security here.
And now they're double teaming Dan Walsh.
Has Chaz Wesson gone so far to pay off our security? What in the Sam Hill's going on here?
I'm not sure, but it looks like Chaz Wesson just got himself another insurance policy.
I think you're right. But now this, whoever it is pounding away, but it's Trent Stone who comes into that chair and cleans house. Well, we'll have to get some more information on whatever this relationship is between Chaz Wesson and whoever that guy was.